Welcome back to your level 6 math today. I'm Mr. C and we're looking at Saxon Math lesson 35. This is writing decimal numbers as a fractions, part 1, and reading and writing decimal numbers. So we're going to practice just dealing with numbers as fractions, decimals as fractions, and writing different decimal numbers. Alright, so decimal numbers are actually fractions. Denominators come from a sequence, 10, 100,000, 10,000, etc. And so one decimal place indicates the denominator is 10 tenths. So 3 tenths is just 3 out of 10 boxes. Here, 3 with the denominator is 100. So 3 hundredths looks like 3 out of 100 total boxes. We could do 3 thousandths, but there'd be so many boxes, 1,000. It's a teeny tiny number, but we've got 2 zeros as the thousandths. Now notice the number of zeros in the denominator equals the number of decimal places in the decimal number. So here, the number of zeros in the denominator, 1, 2, 3, so that would be thousandths, okay? So a quart is 0.25 gallons, write 0.25 as a fraction. Well, remember, 0.25 would be 25 over 100. And the way I remember that is if I have to count out two things, that's 2 digits, I just think of how many zeros is that. Well, what number has 2 zeros? 1, 0, 0, that's 100, so it'd be hundredths. So 25 hundredths would be my fraction, 25 over 100. And we can reduce that, of course, to 1/4 by finding the greatest common factor, which in this case is 25. 25 divided by 25 is 1. 100 divided by 25 is 4. All right, a kilometer is about 6/10 of a mile, right? 6/10 as a decimal point. 10 has 1 0 in it, so we're just going to go over one place and write 0.6. We read numbers to the right of the decimal point the same way we read whole numbers, and then we say the place value of the last digit. So we read 23 hundredths as 23 hundredths because the last digit is in the hundredths place. We read a mixed number like 20 and, that's going to say to do and, the whole number and then the decimal part. 20 and 4 hundredths because it's in the hundredths place. The length of a football field is about 57 thousandths miles. Write that in words, 57 thousandths. And on this one, with the 57, we would hyphenate it. Okay, so 20, 30 thousandths, 57 thousandths, you would hyphenate it there. An inch is 2.54 centimeters. Use your words to write, instead of 0.54, if we want to write that, we would say 54 hundredths. So it'd be 2 and 54 hundredths. And again, hyphenate the 50 and 4. Write 21 hundredths as a fraction. So hundredths would be 2 decimal places. So 21 over 100. And as a decimal number, just 0.21. Because it has 2 decimal places. 2 zeros in hundredths. So we move over 2 decimal places. Write 15 and 2/10 as a decimal number. 15 and, so it'd be 15 decimal. 2/10, so tenths is just one digit. So we just put a 2 there. So it'd just be 15.2. 1 decimal place, 15.2. How would you write that as a mixed number? 2/10, which of course would reduce. 2/10 would be 1/5. So 15 and 1/5. And that's it. Good luck.